We're recording.
Lighting's all right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's snap this off real quick. All right. Hello, people of the internet. I'm Phil. This is my best buddy, John. Welcome to Fantastic and the Mandog. So,
Welcome.
yeah. We're going to talk about some stuff. And if you like what we're talking about, listen. If not, I get it.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye. You don't have to go home, but you should at least like the video.
For sure. So, before we get started, I wanted to just go into how we got the name Fantastic and the Mandog, because we said it on the last one, and we didn't really.
Yeah, we just kind of
we just kind of
you to accept it.
Yeah,
just accept it.
We don't actually think those are cool names. It's just
we did at one point
a little bit.
But, cool in in the corniest of cools.
So I want John to explain like the origin story behind our. I'm going to let him do this part because I don't feel like going into. He tells it so much better. So.
I tell stories.
He's the best storyteller. So,
man, so Halloween time, which is when we had a lot of fun when we were younger gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
There's quite a few spectacular moments we had with Halloween. We had a big party. Halloween.
2005.
2005? I knew he was going to tell me the year because I ain't going to remember that shit.
Yeah.
And we had to come up with, we had the idea to come up with wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Because why the fuck not?
So it kind of goes, okay, I'm going to.
Please.
So, we had a friend, Jeremy Watts.
The Watts.
And he would call himself the Watts, right? And that's how it really started on my end. Was like he keeps calling himself the Watts.
There was a.
So I want to make a wrestler to counteract. If he's gonna, I'm going to make the villain to whatever he thinks he is.
The antagonist.
Yeah, I just want to be the guy who tries to shit all over what he's doing, no matter what it is.
It was competitive from time to time. Too.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Oh yeah, it totally was.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point behind.
Yeah.
Me creating the Fantastic thing.
It's
so stupid.
Oh man,
it's so stupid. But
the interactions were impressive.
Yeah.
They really went at it. Like wrestlers.
Right.
It was great.
Yep. So Halloween 2005, you guys, and we were like 20-ish. No, I was 21. You were just 21.
Yeah. Freshly. Several weeks. And then I was like, shit, dude, I want to do that too. I want to do that too. I like that. It's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, and who didn't want that or have that thought, kind of growing up?
Come on.
In the era that we grew up in.
Yeah, we grew up on Attitude Era Wrestling.
It was a great time.
Hell yeah. And
I got hooked from back in the day.
Yes.
I remember one silly cassette, a VHS rather, and it was like King of the Ring, but it was Macho Man was on it. Oh my gosh, I can't think of any of the other names that were on it. JYD was there.
Nice.
But it was a badass tournament, like the first King of the Ring, but it wasn't King of the Ring.
Right. And maybe like a prototype.
Yeah, like definitely one of the early birth childs.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely an idea.
So many memories of wrestling growing up.
And that was my stepdad had that tape. And every time I was at my mom's, I put that in. Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's really kind of how it got started. Was
history of wrestling, being wrestling fans, and
we geek out over wrestling.
Love the shit talk. I mean, really, kind of thrive on it.
Yeah, but that's kind of where we got the names. I walked around with a steel chair and I taped a piece of paper and it said your name. So I would, yeah, and it just I got your name on. You know,
I got a chair with your name.
I got a chair with your name on. I would walk around and do that like all night.
Fantastic vignette coming soon.
Yeah, there is one. He's out there and he's, not happy that we're using his likeness.
He mean business.
Yeah.
He mean business.
Yep. They're both Mandog and Fantastic are both kind of pissed that we're using their names. So you're going to see something about that eventually.
Might have to have
They might have a rebuttal for us.
Good old fashioned promo off.
I don't think they're pleased. We should have Googled our names beforehand. So, but we're not backing down at this point.
They're perturbed. They're perturbed.
Yeah. And they're way hairier than us, so
much hairier.
Yeah. So they probably kick our ass, but we'll fight back.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, now that we got that bullshit out of the way, this one is gonna be we're gonna fanboy a little bit more about Metallica. I mean, I swear we'll do different stuff than Metallica, but we're gonna fanboy a little bit more of this one because it's comfortable and I love talking about this shit. So we're gonna talk about Master of Puppets by Metallica and just why we think it's just a killer album, start to finish. It's not my favorite Metallica album, but it's probably the best Metallica album. Now, I know a lot of people go, Black Album. A lot of people say Metallica's biggest album was Black Album, but Master of Puppets was probably them at their sonically best. It was heavy, so heavy and pretty, and man, what an album. Cover to cover. It is just such a good album, and I just wanted to talk about the songs on it, and I think that's what we wanted to do. The last one we made right after we finished, we were like, we should go into talking about Master of Puppets, make a whole episode of that. Also, though, I do want to talk about Ride the Lightning. I know with the last video, we kind of glossed over my love of Ride the Lightning and how it got me into metal, but
you mentioned that it was one of your.
It is, and I didn't really go into it much. So I think we should do one that's on Ride the Lightning and what I love so much about the album, which we can do at another point somewhere. To go into that a little bit better because I did kind of cut it off because I was just I don't know. I was just there.
Yeah, it was
too many Trulies or something. I don't know.
And we don't. I mean, none of this is rehearsed. We have ideas like little bullet points and stuff, but we're gonna be just winging a lot of it.
I think we'll get better at it as we go.
Yeah, it'll find itself.
Sure,
it'll find itself. Right now, it really is just like us bullshitting with each other because this is what we do. We're here. This makes it easier. We're here because
sometimes we talk about stuff in it. I like talking to people about this stuff. So maybe you're bored and not doing anything, and you want to hear us talk about something trivial like metal or your favorite WrestleMania, or what's your favorite horror? What's your favorite slasher movie? If you like stuff like that, cool, man. We'll talk about it. And if anybody ever decides to listen to this and you have a suggestion, throw it in there. I know right now.
Keep it positive.
I
got thick skin.
Yeah. Don't be too mean.
As well as a thick booty.
With 2 C's. Thickles Cage.
Thickles Cage it is. If you haven't seen that, Google it. It's worth a Google. Thickles Cage. 2 C's.
Anyway, Master of Puppets.
Oh! I've been listening
John
to
Mundy.
it too. So just the way it starts out, man. Mm-hmm. And ever since I heard you do it the one time, I can't not hear it now. Battery. Like every time that song is on, that's what's going on in my head during that
opening.
That's what's so beautiful about it.
There is a format
so
on these
heavy.
albums, though. Have you noticed Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All? They have a formula.
Right.
Right? So the first song is a blisterer, right?
Like,
but it starts off soft.
Yeah.
It starts off with that intro.
Mm-hmm.
Second song, title track.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
and that towards the end of the album, then you have your instrumental.
Yeah.
There's always that formula. Track number 4 is the ballad.
Yes. Yeah.
There is those 3 albums, Lightning, Puppets, Justice. There is a formula.
Yeah, no, 100%.
All 3 of those albums.
Yeah, they had definitely adopted it. Ride the Lightning.
Yes, that's why we need to do an episode on Ride the Lightning because
that was definitely birthed on Ride the Lightning.
But now, I'm sorry if I interject. I don't mean to.
But Ride the Lightning is so good. I know.
We're
talking about Master of Puppets.
I don't mean to interject on that, but I just know there's like a formula on those albums.
Man, you fucking nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what like draws you in.
Yeah.
It's familiar but different. Like, you can say what you want about them. They're definitely not all the same.
Mm. The
first 4 albums, we can all agree, but they're not all the same. Like you said, there's that formula there, but my goodness, such progression throughout them too.
Yeah, layers.
It's
like listening to an orchestra.
It's so really. I mean, it has such beautiful parts in Master of Puppets where you're like, I always think about sometimes, once in a while, every day. Like, windows down, pulling up at a red light, and there's that certain like beautiful part that's on, and somebody pulls up alongside you. Like, it just always, that scenario plays in my head. Their windows down, and they look over and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy listening to? Like, what is that?" And then, oh my god, man. Chill.
So metal, man. It's so metal. And it's man, it pumps me up.
Motherfucker, Battery! Battery! Oh yeah, dude. Come on.
Family battery is found in me.
Battery! Battery!
So cool.
And that's just the first song.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it a lot this last week. Like, playing it more. Like, when I'm not just having music on in the background and I'm selecting what I want to hear, I was putting in Master of Puppets. I'm like, God damn it.
He's doing his homework.
It's like, man, this is so good.
Can I just cut in and say this?
Good.
This is the guy who's doing all the editing and shit like that. And I just want to say, like, this guy, because he knows I don't do technology things. And
we're relying on me for the technology. We're fucked.
All I can say, let me just say this is like, I don't do this kind of stuff, and he knows I like to talk about shit. So
I like to figure things out.
He gets shit done,
I like to figure things out.
And I talk a lot.
Gets frustrating, but I'll figure it out. I'll get to the bottom of this.
In the background, by the way, you can see I bought Ride the Lightning on vinyl. I bought a record because I'm going to do those now.
See that?
It sounded really good too. But we're not going to do Ride the Lightning today because we're doing Master of Puppets.
Master. And then Master of Puppets.
Track fucking 2.
Title track.
So good. So good. I want everybody to hear that.
Let me count the ways.
Yes.
It's just the drumming and the guitars, so much for me, are just so complimentary of each other.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You couldn't play any other drums to that guitar, and the guitar wouldn't sound right with any other drums. Mm-hmm. And that's not because I'm a drummer. Because
they just are perfect.
The drums would sound ridiculous if you didn't have the guitar work in front of it.
Lars and James were just meant to play together.
Yeah, they were a machine. 100%. Yeah. 100%.
They just are totally meant to play together.
They mesh well. They're like peas
It's
and
like
carrots.
it's like some kind of a marriage at this point. Like they put up with each other because they know they can't do this the same with anybody else. It's like,
I mean, they're probably in a similar boat to us, where they've
known each other
that
since
is their
they were
longest
teenagers.
relationship.
Yeah,
other than family. Excuse me, family.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only one way to get rid of hiccups.
It's another truly. What you got there?
Truly great idea. Fruit pinch.
Yeah, Master of Puppets. Can we talk about Cliff Burton's bass playing? It's so magical. This was his last Metallica album, and he was killed on the tour for this album in Sweden in '86. I think it was Sweden. Anyway, what was it? September 27th, 1986. Something like that. I could be wrong.
It's probably exactly that.
Man, what a guy.
Amazing bass.
Mm-hmm. Sure. 1986 for Metallica. I mean, they lost Cliff Burton, and that was bad, but Master of Puppets was such a great... It was like... It actually... They started to get some traction from that album. You know, really. Like, people were like, God damn. You can talk to anybody in the metal community at the time, how heavy it was. They were like, wow, that fucking album was just...
Well, to
bitching.
Burst onto the scene with Kill 'Em All.
Mm-hmm.
Then to have that same
such
fucking...
progression in Rise of Lightning.
That same, like, underproduced, but still... oh, man, like, right... Yeah,
it was like the underproduction of Kill 'Em All, but yet the songwriting of Puppets.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
You know, if you put that's what Ride the Lightning sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, very underproduced, but at the same time, it has like the song structure, like the more complex stuff of Puppets. Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's still got that raw feel, but it's like so put together at the same time. You know, way more put together than Kill 'Em All feels.
Oh man,
and it was also their way of like kind of going their own way and taking the Dave Mustaine influence.
When we saw them, and you said, "Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if they played Trapped Under Ice?"
And they did,
and then they fucking did.
That's my favorite song ever. Yeah, it's my favorite song ever. And if I had
it's not on Master of Puppets.
It's on Ride the Lightning. So if I had one song that I had to listen to, if I had one song left,
you couldn't listen to any other song, any other Metallica song, or any other song
ever. I would pick
Trapped Under Ice.
Because
man,
what a way to end it. Let's end it with a banger, bro. You know?
Man, that's a tough one. I love your confidence in your answer, because that's a tough one for me.
Yeah. I don't want to overthink it, because then I would never pick one.
Yeah.
Why not a song like, you know, Trapped Under Ice? Pretty much the most bangingest song that I enjoy.
Man.
You can't pick one.
I can't. I really can't. I'm too indecisive about stuff like that.
I've done some thinking about this. I've done some thinking about this for years. I was like, that's a song. If this was the end of me.
Right. This is all you can hear.
This is it. You have one thing you can listen to. One song left. Pick one. I'd pick it. Trapped Under Ice. Why not?
I'm trying to think, like, would I want it to be a long song?
Do I want it deep and meaningful? It's like, no, I want a banger. Oh, hell yeah.
Straight from my soul, mystified forevermore. Yeah.
So, okay, we got to get back on the
Puppets.
We're talking Ride the Lightning too much. We're gonna have to just get this thing out of our system.
Yeah.
next episode should be Ride the Lightning.
Gonna have to.
We're gonna have to, or else it's just gonna be on the back of our minds the whole time.
Gonna keep telling you how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can't promise it won't happen afterwards either.
Yeah, and I'll even wear my Ride the Lightning T-shirt. It's all full of holes and shit.
Dude, mine is.
Shat.
Can't throw it away though.
No, it's.
Can't throw it away. It's basically a rag at this point.
Yeah, my T-shirt could drink beer. So.
Fuck's sake, yeah. I have something. This shirt ain't too far off.
No, it's.
Ain't too far off. What's that? 2004 or 5? 4. So it's old enough to feck.
Horde.
Saying horde? Horde is feck.
Yeah, what I love about the Master Puppet song is how it starts off super heavy, and then it goes into that Hetfield solo, and then it just gradually gets heavy again. It's almost like a high or something. You know, it's very heavy, and then it gets lulled, like you're going through the high, and then there's like the coming down part.
Master.
Yeah. So it gets like you're like fading into like some sort of mellow shit where you're not, where there's no, with smooth waters, and then it's like it starts building back up, and it's there, and like boom, boom, you know, like it just starts building up like a orchestra. You know? And then it's like, Master, where's the dreams that I've been after?
Master, promise don't it.
That part just builds so much. And talking about drug use and things like that, you know? Yeah.
Laughing at my cries.
Oh, man, then the
Fix me!
So cool.
Come on.
I know, it's just such a good song. So Puppets is always very special. I remember there was a radio station called KNAC back in the day. It was like a hard rock. It was like a hard rock metal station.
He thinks I can't spell.
And so they had a radio station on the internet.
WKNAC.
And it was like out of LA or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to KNAC.com, you know, get my rock fix. And I remember I was, 14, 15 or something? I was like 14,
That's funny.
Maybe 15.
Yeah.
And I heard Master Puppets for the first time on that website. And I was like, oh my God. No, now that I think about it, the first time I heard, no, it was KNAC.com. Because, because it was.
It was the song Master Puppets?
Mm-hmm. It was a song Master Puppets. It was on the radio station. And I was just like, I hadn't heard that because all I heard was Black Album and Ride the Lightning at the time. Yeah. And I heard this song. I was like, oh my God.
What the fuck is this?
It's like, this sounded so good. And I couldn't believe it. And
it is like a journey.
And I knew it was Metallica because it sounded like the Ride the Lightning album. You know, I was like, oh my God, but I don't know this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss that feeling of not knowing.
Yeah.
Like when I hear it, it's like the goosebumps hit, and you're like, it's like, this is such a good song. It just, I can't believe how happy my ears are right now listening to this.
Because I lost that with Saint Anger. Like, I wasn't super excited to hear none of that.
I tried to make myself like that album.
Me too. I think a lot of people did.
You know,
just to fight the.
And I won't do that anymore.
Narrative.
Like if I genuinely don't like an album anymore, I'll just say I don't like it. You know, and that's the one that for me,
Death Magnetic had
it came back.
So many good points. Man.
Me too. I think so too.
Like I had a lot of like, oh my God.
I think that way. Yeah.
This was really good. I had those chills again that I hadn't had in a long time because we waited for Saint Anger
for a long time,
and that was
last album.
That was
Reload.
like a boo, really good. It's okay. it's Metallica. All right, new Metallica, but I did not get those goosebumps. I got those goosebumps. Death Magnetic. I got those goosebumps. Also hardwired.
Me too. Yeah.
Uh,
It's like Saint Anger was just there. It was like
yeah, it was just a bust, man. They tried.
It was like
good for them.
If you ever listen to Kiss, it was like their elder. Or yeah, it's not.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, dude. It's like every band's got an album that's just like they were trying something different, and it's just like it's like you guys are good at what you do. And I get the decades changing, and you're trying to figure out like what's hip and what's happening now.
I'm hip.
Or you're like trying to
rediscover
yourself for a different decade, and
you're just
it doesn't always work, man.
We were talking about it. I mean, it's still your job, right? Do you not get burnt out at your job from time to time?
And plus, you know,
what I mean? You just
time does change you. You know,
try it a little bit.
I'm different from last decade, whereas I'm different from the decade before that and the one before that. It's
a vicious cycle.
You can't help but change. You soak in the sounds that are around you. You can't help but be different over time. Yeah. Time will change you. And you know, I guess if you're a musician, which I'm not really a musician or anything, like but
you're a connoisseur of music.
But I love music.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand.
Might not play an instrument, but
I get the fact that how you could not want to do the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Because I don't always want to listen to the same thing over and over again. I like growth, and growth is cool, but sometimes I don't take the ride. Sometimes I don't like where it grew to. You know?
I'm going to cut this growth off.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know? We want to talk about metal elitism a little bit, too, at some point.
Yeah. And how we're all guilty of it.
Yes, we are totally all guilty of it. And
it doesn't make it right.
No. I'm guilty of it. Like, I'm guilty of talking shit about stuff that, like, just let people.
Yeah, but really,
people are enjoying it.
It's an opinion.
Yeah,
you know,
people are enjoying it, and hey, I know this better than most. We know this better than most. Is we're Metallica fans. We get a lot of guff for that. It's fucking sellouts, dude. I can't tell you how many times I hear that shit.
Napster. I got 2 words for you. Napster.
It's like, dude, I get it. Napster was cool and it was innovative, but it was also like, I can get it if this is your bread and butter. Like, I get being like,
somebody broke up the underage party. All right,
that's what happened. Fuck shit up. Oh. I want to get paid for my shit.
How many people are giving UFC Dana White shit for making piracy?
Right.
To where if somebody is streaming UFC, it sets off an alarm at their headquarters, and they shut that guy's shit down immediately and report him.
You know,
and it's an offense.
I feel like today's generation can get that a little bit better than our generation did. So yeah, I feel like generation Z, you know,
I don't know what they're
Gen
called.
Z. That's the newest generation that started after like 97 or whatever.
We're millennials, unfortunately.
But I feel like we were all, you know, the millennial generation was kind of like, oh, that's, you know, no integrity and shit like that over that. But I feel like the younger ones, the generation out now, is like, dude, I deserve to be paid for the shit I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like that's a major difference, and something that I agree with from Gen Z.
Right.
It's like this. Hey, man, I'm hustling and I'm working hard for this.
Yeah, I'm
getting paid for this. I'm not doing this out of the goodness of my heart. I love music, but this is what I do now, and I don't care if I already have a lot of money.
Yeah, pay me.
It's still mine.
It's still my art. It's still my craft.
And that's something that, like, when you go from being in your 20s to your 30s, you're like, fuck those trivial, like, dude, I've only got so much time on this planet.
Right.
I want to make sure my kids got college education. And when you get into your, like, 30s, you're like, fuck that. I'm putting this shit away. I want I want my kids to never have to worry about anything, and I want their grandkids to. So I'm going to take every dollar from every Joe I can take it. Fuck that. I worked hard.
Pay me!
Pay me my money!
Give me that money!
And I think, like, in your 20s, you have this kind of view, like, oh, that's not cool. Music shouldn't be priced. It's like, fuck that. It's my hard work.
Right, so like, do you expect painters to give their stuff away? You know what I mean? Like,
Dude.
it's any
like,
craft.
It's like calling a painter a sellout for fucking
Yeah.
being in an auction or something. Like, fuck that. That's their life. That's their
Craft is a
livelihood.
craft. Well, I'm
Fuck
supposed to
that.
give away
If people want to give me $100,000 for my shit, then
the tables and shit that
give
get built.
it to me. They want to fight over who gets my fucking painting, right?
I don't get it. It's a double standard.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Should we go on track 3? The thing that should not be.
You gotta face it.
As Jason Newsted would say, the heaviest motherfucker.
The heaviest motherfucker.
It's a big old fat motherfucker called the thing that should not be.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Drain you of your sanity.
You're going S&M version on that.
Yeah.
Face the thing that
Should not be.
Ah, so good. Yeah.
That's something, yeah. S&M too, jeez.
Good album. I don't care what anybody says. I'm sure Slayer fans have something to say about that.
We were
There's an orchestra, pussies.
Yeah.
Bunch of pussies.
For our wedding song, it was a toss-up between Nothing Else Matters, Black Album, and Nothing Else Matters, S&M. Because she loved the way that the music was in S&M, but she liked the vocals on Black. Yeah. We went with the Black Album.
Smart.
We went with the Black Album. It was this. It was more staccato with his vocals. Well, he was more short.
He also did it deeper on the S&M version. You know, he didn't hit the notes the same way. But I liked it. I actually like the S&M vocals.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Mm-hmm. But it's not for everybody because Hetfield was trying to sing more. I like Hetfield sing. A lot of people don't. And that's cool, you know. But I like that Siggy Hetfield era. I do.
It was good.
Yeah, I do like that era. I think fondly of it. Outlaw Torn on S&M is so fucking good. Outlaw Torn. Okay, I'm not the biggest Load fan. I like Load, but it's definitely not in my top favorite albums at all.
But there are 2 songs from it are in.
I like a lot of the songs on Load.
Probably my top 10.
Bleeding Me, and Outlaw Torn. Yeah. I mean, Outlaw Torn is just so freaking amazing, man. Just such a good song. Top 5 for me. If I close my eyes, please pry it open. Hell yeah. If my face becomes okay. So
beware.
The thing that should not be.
Yeah, we'll get
just heavy.
We're there.
Just heavy and ripping. I mean, I can't really say too much else on the thing that should not be.
Yeah,
it's just a bitchin'
because
song.
It's just a banger song. It's not like
it's meant to be a slower banger. You know, it's not supposed to be a super thrashy, and that's the thing I like. They'll take songs like the thing that should not be.
Yeah, the crunch though, man.
You know, like For Whom the Bell Tolls would be the equivalent on Ride the Lightning. It's just a driving song, but it's not fast. It's not fast, but it's slow and driving. And then we get into Welcome Home, Sanitarium.
Yeah.
Which is
the ballad,
got a number 4 track, but it's got a definite One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest vibe going on with it. You know, being in a mental asylum and all that shit, and It's just got a lot of, like the not acoustic, but like the clean setting, and just fear of living on. Natives getting restless now.
Mutiny in the air.
Got some death to do. So cool.
Mirror stares back hard.
Kill
Such a friendly word. Seems the only way. Reaching out again.
Kirk solo. Yeah. It's so fun. It's such a good song.
That's not how you play it.
That's not how it works.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass.
You hold it up that high?
It was just slapping the bass. Pinkies up. Coors Light.
Truly a great idea.
I decided to go with something less colorful. Tapping the Rockies today. Tapped Rockies.
They've been tapped. Track number 5. I listen to it on shuffle too much. Leper Messiah?
No.
God damn it. Disposable Heroes. Jesus, come on, I knew that. I have done this too much now, yeah.
It's like, what? Lord.
Lord have mercy.
Disposable Heroes, like an anti-war song.
Yeah, get back in the front.
Back to the front.
Oh, right, to the front. I remember fucking...
You will do.
This one girl was like, I love that song, Disposable Heroes. Why do they keep telling me to get back in the front? I said, bitch, shut up. Just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
Pan? Is it in Pan? Pan?
I think I could shed some light on this Pam situation.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that happened. Disposable Heroes is fucking badass. It's another one of those, like, it's not like a sentimental, it's just like, I'm really glad this song is on right now.
It comes off the softer song, and they need to that's when you...
Ramp it up. We gotta ramp it up.
Time to, that's where you have Shortest Straw and Justice comes after one, They do a banger right after. Trapped Under Ice comes on after Fade to Black. They always have to do a banger right after the softer song.
It's needed.
Yeah.
You think that was a Rick Rubin thing?
Rick Rubin? No, it was Fleming Rest Music.
Yeah.
On the
They didn't get Rick Rubin
till
Blackout, right?
No, that was Bob Rock. Bob Rock did Black, Load, Reload, S&M. He did all those. Rick Rubin did Death Magnetic, and that's the only one he did. Yeah. Rick Rubin did like Beastie Boys and Chili Peppers and Slayer. Yeah. He didn't do Metallica until, Death Magnetic. That
Yeah, it
was
was Bob Rock.
Then it was Greg Fiddleman did,
I just love the music. In case you couldn't tell.
But Fleming Rasmussen did. So it was Johnny Z who did, I think, the first one. And then...
Oh, yeah, because didn't his old lady pass away recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marsha. Yeah. But then you had Fleming Rasmussen do Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, and Justice for All.
Nice Irish boy.
Yeah. From Denmark. They recorded Ride the Lightning in Denmark, actually.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Winter of 1984.
So I was like 3 months old, 2 months old.
No, you weren't born because it was the winter of 1984. 83 going into 84.
Oh. I was thinking about winter time, 1984.
Yeah, it was like right after
the beginning of '84 winter,
Yeah,
not the end of
so.
'84 winter.
I believe so. I could be wrong on that though. It could be that.
Yeah, that's all in how you. Sarah and I were talking about that. It's like how you look at things. Like, because when I think of the winter of '84, I think of the winter that started in 1984, not the
like
one
December.
that ended in '84.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a season of sport or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought. So it was the beginning
and I think
of
it was
84.
released later in '84.
But it was recorded in the beginning of '84.
Yeah. After they did their little Kill 'Em All tour with Raven or whatever. Kill 'Em All for One or something like that. Anywho,
from Disposable Heroes,
Leper Messiah.
That's where we go to Leper Messiah.
Leper Messiah.
Bow to Leper Messiah. That was on the shower.
Cliff's bass just driving in that one too, and it's not a fast one until the end. Slide. It's a ghost.
Move some more.
But yeah, that's definitely a knock at like the corrupt, like the Tammy Faye Bakers and the of the era,
the TV evangelists,
Tammy Faye and what was it, Jim Baker, where they were basically scamming people for money.
Using the power of Jesus Christ
to get paid. And
you know who bought me this Rolls Royce? Jesus.
Pay me my money.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Mama?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Let me tap. I haven't tapped the Rockies in years.
Well, you're in for a treat.
Tap the Rockies.
Oh, we're really into it, aren't we?
Yeah, this has been a tangent-filled.
This has been a longie.
Ding!
Should we just skip on to Orion?
Orion?
Orion is just a beautiful song. Let's be real.
It is lovely.
It is. It takes you on a journey. There's no singing. It's an instrumental.
It's nice to listen to while you're driving, I feel. I really like it.
It's really led by Cliff Burton's bass playing, really. Oh my God. That middle part. Boom, boom. Wham, bam, down, down. When the two guitars come in. Oh, come on.
It's a fucking masterpiece.
For real, it is.
It's a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, so good. Well, this is what we like to talk about. And if you guys want to crack a beer with us and, listen to us talk about metal for 45 minutes or so.
We were going to talk like this whether you were here or not.
Exactly. Whether the camera's rolling, we were probably just going to do this in my garage.
There's going to be gold and there's going to be coal. It is what it is.
Yeah. So, if you like listeners who babble about bullshit stuff, because I know the world's heavy. It really is right now.
Just a little escape.
Nice. Little Ride the Lightning reference there. Yeah. But I know the world's heavy, and sometimes I don't like talking about heavy shit. I want to talk about some music or something as stupid as wrestling or
things that make you happy.
Horror movies that really are trivial, but man, I'm tired. It's been a rough couple of years, I think, for everybody, and I'm
right.
Well, let's just kind of, I don't know, talk about something that's not going to make people so mad.
Yeah, and
I'm all about us roasting each other and stuff.
Right, and if it does make you upset, I don't know how it could, but if it does, just get over it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't be sour.
Maybe.
Don't be a Sour Patch Kid.
Maybe just get over it.
Yeah. Why not? It's not that hard.
Can you do that?
You just say, I don't like these two idiots. And then move on to the next thing.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get over it, you're just gonna be
mad a lot.
like in front of it.
You're gonna be that guy who's like
possibly
all over the
it.
internet, and you're typing things like "I think you're stupid" and ugly, and then and then guess what? You're gonna turn this one off, and you're gonna go to the next thing that you think is stupid, and you're gonna type something mean there.
Cut down this tree, cut it up, and then leave it a bridge. And I'm gonna get over it. That's what I'm
Get over it.
Get the fuck over it.
You really went on that one, didn't you? You laid it thick.
I didn't know what else to do. I was committed.
He's a little man axing something.
Mm-hmm. He was cutting the trees down. He milled it. Did you see him mill it? Some sawdust.
So, Orion, just a great song. I mean,
and then what better way to end? Damage Incorporated.
Talk about ending on a banger. You know,
that's a good one.
It is a good one.
Again,
it's that weird thing they open up with, and then it's just so heavy.
So damn heavy. It's heavier than a lot of weight.
In one place. So metal.
I like it. I know.
Me too.
I forgot how much I like the album, to be honest with you.
It is so good. Give it a listen.
Because I've heard it so much.
You know what makes me sad a little bit about Master Puppets is that I can't listen to it for the first time again.
Yeah. Heard that. That's deep. You never get that first again.
Never get it again. You know? When I first listened to that whole album from start to finish, I remember I had it in my PlayStation. Because I like the way when you put a CD in your PlayStation, you get all the weird colors and acid trippy looking shit.
Yeah.
And man, I remember listening to it on there. I think my sister was with me because I bought it at Kmart. I bought the Ride the Lightning CD with all my money. I had pennies and shit, and my sister had to give me a couple of dollars to fucking actually supplement the rest. Because didn't have enough.
She co-signed
to buy the CD. But that was my first CD, my first music album ever that I paid for with my money was Master Puppets.
Hell yeah!
I don't know why I didn't say that earlier, but it was my first purchase.
Hell yeah!
Musically, and boy, because at that point, John had been listening to Load, Reload, and Justice. Yeah. And I had been listening to Black, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets. So when we
did I have my HP Pavilion yet?
Yes,
I did. And
this is where I'm going with. Yeah. So then I remember one time we came and he was burning CDs, and it only took 17 hours to burn one CD back then. It was so fast. So fast.
Lightning.
And I remember going over to his house, and he burnt Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, and Black Album for him, and I got Load, Justice, and Reload from him, and
that was. You bought Kill 'Em All also.
I bought Kill 'Em All.
Because I burned Kill 'Em All off of you because I never had that album.
But I started really going in after that.
Yeah.
And I bought Load on CD for myself.
Yeah.
Reload I bought myself. And then I bought the Black Album. And I started buying everything. Yeah. And then from there we just, we became just ravenous for listening to different Metallica albums, But Damage Inc., such a good album. Such a good song. I mean, and Master of Puppets is just...
killer.
Just start to finish, it's a wonderful album.
Yeah, and that's what really... Man, that hits hard the way you said that. I can never listen to it for the first time again. Mm-hmm. But...
I feel that way about a lot of
listening to it this last week, over and over, I don't want... Not over and over, but like I said, when I was choosing what I wanted to listen to...
Just keeping it in there. Yeah.
I didn't... I want to say it was Sanitarium came on, and I've heard that song so many times.
So many, yeah.
I instinctively skipped it. I was like, no. Go back. I went back to it, and I listened to it. Mm-hmm. And I was happy I did.
Yeah.
I was happy I did. reinvigorated that. I was probably as close as I could get to hearing it again for the first time. From abstaining from several songs for so long,
for sure,
because you heard them so long or so many times. So it's as close as you'll get to the first time again. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, what else can be said about Master of Puppets? It's one of the best pieces of music ever created, and I love it. And, you know, I think on that note, we got to just kind of let her ride here, you know? I mean, if you like this, let us know if you want to listen to something else.
Skills.
And,
yeah, give us ideas.
Yeah, sure. We're down for constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Just don't be too mean.
Yeah,
you know,
like I said, I got thick skin. I work construction. You know, I was very awkward as a younger human, so you can't really hurt my feelings because you don't know my family.
It's rough.
Just be gentle. Be gentle. Ease it in.
No need to.
Don't ramrod it. Nobody likes a ram.
There's no need to be mean. If you don't like it,
yeah, just fucking don't watch it.
Find something different. You know, it'll be okay. You'll find something you do like. It's YouTube and the internet.
It's our little man. He's back. Remember that bridge?
Get over it.
Fuck over it.
Anywho,
can't be a bitch your whole life.
Yeah. This is about all we got. So
we should end it.
Yeah. What's the thing you said last time? What should people do?
Oh, click subscribe and like the bells for notifications.
Yeah, something like that. And that's the end. It's touchscreen. Turn it off.
Turn it off. Hit stop. Hit the...
I did it.